over from one year to the next. And it's this option here on the utility screen, rollover database to new school year. We click that button, and the very first thing you see are the students, and again, this is test data, so I have limited data in here. The students, they're all currently grade 2 students. They're going to be coming back next year as grade 3. Great, we select all. Those are all flagged. We then click the proceed button. The system responds by telling us that we're going to be rolling over 3 students. What this screen is meant to do, it's blank because we have limited data in there, but for graduating students, students who have reached your highest grade and therefore won't be returning next year, or for any students who are flagged as withdrawn, this screen allows you to then move those student records into contact records. So it's a very nice way of being able to keep track of your students. Your students are now no longer going to be in the student module, but they will now show up in the contact module either as alumnus students or as former students. So if there were data here, the system would show you the data. You could enter the school that those students are now moving to for record-keeping purposes, and then click the Proceed to Staff Rollover button, which I'll do now. The system responds by telling me that we're converting 0 students. Continue, and here are the staff members who are now going to get rolled over from one year to the next. And again, you can see their current grid position, rollover grid position. If someone has a grid position of less than 10, and therefore they're going to now earn their next year of experience, the system will automatically bump that up 1 level. So if Gail Henderson had been not a 6'10", but a 6'6", going into next year, the system would respond by saying she is now going to be a 6'7". So again, that's automatically done for you. We can select all and then proceed to salary grid update, and this now gives you an option to modify your teacher salary grid. And you can actually go in and modify each cell one by one, or you can decide to apply a percentage increase across the board, and the system will automatically change the matrix accordingly, and then you can proceed to the next step. So as you can see, it's a step-by-step process. I'm not going to finish the rollover process because I want to keep the data as is for the 2010 school year. So I can exit the process, and it's not going to change any of the data at all. And really, it's as easy as that. You can see that how easy the system is to use. I've not been having to do anything else other than push buttons on the screen. I haven't been accessing any kind of menu system at the top. We've tried to make it as intuitive and as useful as possible. So that's I think it's 10:32 now. I'm going to take a last few questions, and we do have a question regarding teachers and students and courses. Just wanted to mention that you don't see it in this version because this is a demo version of the software, but we do have an upgrade which we are now marketing to prospective clients and to our existing clients, and that is courses functionality, whereby you can define courses for your school, assign students to those courses, and assign teachers to those courses, which is being used first and foremost to support parent-teacher conference functionality. Lots of schools, certainly schools, any schools that are clients of ours, run parent-teacher conferences. Depending on the size of the school, those could be fairly straightforward to manage by hand, but if you get any more than 50 students, managing those by hand and setting meetings with students and with teachers and parents can become quite daunting. So a number of our clients are using web-enabled student parent-teacher conference registration systems that allow parents to log on to your school's website and access an online meeting scheduler where they literally just see their own children and they can click on the students that click on the teachers that their students have and set up appointments with them. So Phoenix NP Complete can drive the data that those systems need in order to set up those systems, and we do it almost completely automatically using Excel spreadsheets. So that's a nice use of that application. In the second quarter of 2011, we're going to be introducing a report card module as well. So that's the other important use for the course's functionality. So another question that has been asked is ONSYS support. Yes, we do have ONSYS support for staff. Oh, my apologies. I clicked the wrong button there. Let me just get the application up again. It's always good not to hit the exit button if that's not what you want to do. Okay, so click the Utilities module, and you can see here there's an ONSYS menu where we provide ONSYS data support for both students and staff. If I click on the staff button and request staff data as at October 31st, and it will show me the staff that I have here. There's limited data because there's simply, from an elementary school perspective, there's limited staff information that ONSYS needs to see. But if I had a whole list of teachers here, you would see all of the teachers, their MEN number, their positions, and the any withdrawal date if they did have a withdrawal date. So that's the ONSYS support. It is in the utilities section. And there's ONSYS support for students, but we're not dealing with students right now. So I have time for one final question. And I see a few questions here. Let me see. I've dealt with most of them, I think. There is one question about if a teacher is also a parent, if Phoenix NP Complete handles that. And yes, Phoenix NP Complete is a robust system in the sense that it can handle a lot of situations that certainly spreadsheets can't, but certainly other applications may have difficulty handling. We can certainly handle situations where, for instance, on the student side, if you have a student that has a split family, let's say, where the parents are separated or divorced and aren't living together, then we can certainly handle that situation from a data perspective. We can also handle the situation where a staff member may also be a parent, and we advise our clients to maintain separate staff records. So that means that if an individual happens to be a parent, then they would have a parent record with a separate contact number, and they would also have a separate staff record. This becomes important because Phoenix NP Complete is a school system. On the contact side, each contact record can accommodate up to 2 individuals. So if a person is married, and if there are 2 individuals on that contact record, if one of them happens to be a staff member, you don't want the other person to be considered a staff member as well. So we advise our clients to maintain separate staff records in that regard. So it's 10:38. I think I'm going to stop there. I don't see any other questions on the table. So I'm going to thank everyone for being in attendance. Oh, sorry, we do have one other question with respect to cost. Phoenix NP Complete is, as you can probably see, a robust application. We have tried to cost our product to make it as affordable as possible to small and medium-sized independent schools. That is who we are targeting this product at. So currently, we have a one-time initial setup, training, and historical data upload fee of $1,000. That's one time only. That gets you initial training, that gets upload of your historical data into the system, and that gets some report customization to ensure that any specific reports that you want to see off the menu system is available to you. From there, the product is licensed on an annual basis at the cost of $200 monthly. I see we do have, I think we have a couple of schools on board this morning who are members of OFIS, the Ontario Federation of Independent Schools. We do have a special discount for OFIS members, and the monthly subscription for OFIS members is $150 a month as opposed to $200. So there's an immediate $600 savings on an annual basis to OFIS members, which does make a difference. So that's the cost. That's the cost side of things. And so I'm going to thank everyone for being in attendance. I have recorded this webinar, and the recording will be available off of our website. So if you want to view it again, by all means, there will be an email that goes out tomorrow thanking everyone, and I'm going to include our website information in that, but it's www.simonphoenix, like the city in Arizona, group.ca. And by all means, if you have any questions, give us a phone call. Our telephone number will be in that email as well. I'm just going to end by mentioning just quickly that you can see, I'm back at the main menu, you can see the system keeps track of who the current user is that's logged on. The system is a multi-user system, and that means that multiple users can access the application at the same time, and there is role-based security embedded in the system, so that means someone who needs to manage the staff side of things will have access to staff personal information, but anyone who does not need to see that or shouldn't see that data will only see the areas of the application that they have access to. So for instance, if you have a fundraiser or the person who manages or enters the data for staff absences, they don't need to see the staff personal information side, they just need to access the staff absence side, and the application handles that very nicely. So again, thank you very much for your attendance. I wish everyone well, and please stay safe and warm and dry. And as I said, if you have any questions, by all means, email, call. We're happy to arrange a more detailed individual webinar on other areas of the system if you want to see that in more detail. So thank you very much, and have a great day, everyone.